Have you ever noticed a strange tingling in your hands, or felt your legs weakening as you move through your day, and wondered if it's just part of getting older? What if I told you that these sensations are not inevitable, and in fact, there are natural, science-backed ways to restore strength, flexibility, and confidence in your body after 60? Here's the surprising fact. One of the key drivers of this decline is something many of us overlook: collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, making up the structural framework of your skin, joints, tendons, and ligaments. As we age, our collagen production drops sharply by about 1.5% per year after our 20s, and even more dramatically after 60. The result? Joint stiffness, weak legs, and tingling hands caused by nerve compression or poor connective tissue. Integrity. What's happening in your body is a combination of biology and behavior. Nerve function relies on healthy connective tissue and blood flow. When collagen declines, these systems falter. You might notice simple things. Gripping a coffee mug feels harder. Walking upstairs leaves your knees aching, or your fingers tingle after typing. It's subtle at first, but left unaddressed, it can affect your independence and quality of life. The good news? Research in nutrition and neuroscience shows that specific foods can help stimulate collagen synthesis, protect your connective tissue, and improve nerve and muscle function all naturally. Certain fruits, rich not just in vitamins, but in key compounds that support collagen production, can make a measurable difference. In today's session, we'll guide you through 8 collagen-rich fruits that can strengthen your hands and legs, backed by research and practical strategies you can implement immediately. You'll discover why these fruits are more than just healthy snacks. They are targeted tools for structural resilience, nerve protection, and improved mobility. By the end, you'll not only understand the science of collagen and aging, but also have actionable steps to integrate these fruits into your daily routine. And here's a little secret. One of these fruits has been shown in studies to increase collagen markers in the body by up to 30%. I'll reveal it last. So stay with me. Before we dive in, take a moment to notice your own body. How are your hands, wrists, and legs feeling right now? Comment below. This will help you track the changes as we go through each fruit and protocol. And if this insight is already helping you, hit like and subscribe. There's more practical, science-backed guidance coming your way. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to maintain strong, resilient hands and legs well into their 60s, while others struggle with tingling fingers and weak knees? One of the key factors hiding in plain sight is vitamin C, and not just any vitamin C, but the kind naturally packed into fruits like oranges, kiwis, strawberries, and guavas. Here's what the research shows. Vitamin C is a crucial cofactor for the enzymes prolyl and lysyl hydroxylase, which are responsible for stabilizing and cross-linking collagen fibers. Think of collagen as the scaffolding of your body. Without sufficient vitamin C, this scaffolding becomes weak, flexible, and prone to collapse, which manifests as joint instability, weak legs, and even tingling in the hands due to nerve compression. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that elderly individuals with higher dietary vitamin C had significantly lower rates of musculoskeletal decline. But let's break it down practically. Imagine your joints like a suspension bridge. Collagen fibers are the cables holding everything in place. Vitamin C is like the maintenance crew, tightening and repairing the cables so the bridge can handle weight and stress. Without regular maintenance, the bridge begins to sag, and over time, this leads to stiffness, weakness, and discomfort. A simple tool to apply today is to incorporate at least 1 serving of vitamin search fruit into every meal. For example, morning, half a kiwi sliced over oatmeal midday, a handful of strawberries in your salad evening, a small orange as a dessert. This habit isn't just anecdotal. Studies showed that distributing vitamin C intake throughout the day optimizes collagen synthesis because the body can only use a certain amount at a time. Additionally, pairing vitamin search fruits with collagen-containing foods like bone broth or lean meats further amplifies absorption and utilization. Have you noticed how some people's hands are steady and firm, while others show early signs of tremor or weakness? Vitamin C also plays a subtle yet crucial role in nerve health. It supports the synthesis of neurotransmitters and protects peripheral nerves from oxidative stress. In practical terms, consuming the right fruits can reduce the tingling or numbness you feel in your fingers. Here's a tip that many overlook. Freeze-dried fruits or smoothies can actually concentrate the vitamin C content, making it easier to consume in larger amounts. Just be mindful of sugar content if that's a concern. For those over 60, the recommended dietary allowance is 75 milligrams for women and 90 milligrams for men. But research indicates that slightly higher intakes, around 120 milligrams, can provide measurable benefits. For collagen production, if this insight is already making sense, consider subscribing. There's more where this came from, including fruits that target inflammation, connective tissue strength, and nerve health. Finally, let's anchor this. In motivation, small, consistent actions like adding a kiwi or a handful of strawberries to your daily meals accumulate over weeks and months. You're not just eating fruit, you're repairing the scaffolding of your body, enhancing your nerve function, and giving your legs and hands the tools they need to stay strong. Take a moment today to assess your current fruit intake. Could one simple swap, say an afternoon apple or a kiwi with breakfast, be your first step towards stronger hands, stable legs, and a body that keeps up with your life, not the other way around? Have you ever wondered why your knees ache after a long walk, or why your fingers feel stiff in the morning? A hidden culprit behind these sensations is chronic, low-grade inflammation, and it's surprisingly common after 60. This inflammation doesn't just cause discomfort, it accelerates collagen breakdown, weakens connective tissue, and can even compress nerves. It's contributing to tingling hands and frail legs. Here's what the research shows. Anthocyanins, the pigments that give. Fruits like blueberries, blackberries, and cherries, their deep red and purple colors, are potent anti-inflammatory compounds. Studies in Nutrients and the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry have found that Anthocyanin-rich diets reduce markers of systemic inflammation and protect collagen from oxidative damage. Think of anthocyanins as a shield for your body's scaffolding, defending the fibers that keep your joints stable and your muscles strong. Let's make this relatable. Imagine inflammation as a slow-burning fire around your joints. Over time, it weakens the structural beams, your collagen, and irritates the nerves, causing tingling in your hands or weakness in your legs. Anthocyanins act like firefighters, cooling the flames and preventing further damage, while also signaling the body to repair the collagen framework. A simple, actionable protocol is to include a cup of anthocyanin-rich fruit daily. For example, morning smoothie with blueberries and cherries midday, snack of blackberries with Greek yogurt evening, dessert of tart cherry halves. Research also highlights a synergistic effect. Pairing anthocyanin-rich fruits with vitamin C-rich fruits, like strawberries, amplifies collagen protection. Your connective tissue doesn't just need nutrients individually. It thrives on combinations that promote repair and resilience. Have you noticed how inflammation can subtly reduce mobility or make balance feel precarious? This is where these fruits make a difference. By calming systemic inflammation, you improve not only joint comfort, but also muscle activation and nerve function. Even small, consistent servings have measurable benefits. A 12-week study in older adults showed that daily intake of anthocyanin-rich cherry juice improved grip strength and reduced joint stiffness. Here's a practical tip. Frozen berries often retain anthocyanin content better than fresh fruits that have been transported long distances. Adding them to oatmeal, salads, or smoothies ensures you get the anti-inflammatory benefit without compromise. Now, let's talk about motivation and habit formation. Incorporating these fruits doesn't require radical dietary changes. Start by adding one small serving daily and track your sensations over a few weeks. You might notice your hands feel less tingly, or your knees feel more stable. Subtle wins that reinforce the habit. And here's a subtle engagement cue for this channel. If this insight is resonating, comment below with your favorite berry or fruit you plan to try this week. Sharing creates accountability, and I'll respond with tips on how to maximize their collagen-boosting benefits. Remember, the goal isn't just temporary relief, it's building structural resilience for the long term. By systematically adding anthocyanin-rich fruits to your diet, you're strengthening connective tissue, protecting nerves, and setting the stage for healthier, more mobile hands and legs well into your 60s and beyond. So, look at your fruit intake today. Could adding a handful of blueberries or cherries be your first step toward reducing inflammation and regaining strength? Even this simple adjustment can have compounding benefits over time. Have you ever wondered why some older adults retain surprisingly strong joints and flexible hands, while others struggle with weakness and tingling? Beyond vitamins and anti-inflammatory compounds, trace minerals play a critical, often overlooked, role, and copper is one of the most important. Here's what the research shows. Copper is essential for the enzyme lysyl oxidase, which cross-links collagen and elastin fibers. Think of collagen as threads in a rope. Without copper, those threads fail to intertwine properly. The result is weaker connective tissue, less stable joints, and muscles that struggle to support your movements. A study in the Journal of Trace Elements in Medicine and Biology found that even mild copper deficiencies in older adults correlated with decreased tendon strength and slower recovery from minor injuries. Let's put it in a real-world analogy. Imagine building a suspension bridge. Collagen provides the cables, but without copper, the cables cannot be fastened securely. Over time, the bridge sags and trembles under weight. In your body, that sagging translates to weak legs, shaky grip, and the tingling sensations you may notice in your hands. Certain fruits naturally supply copper in bioavailable forms. Pomegranates, avocados, and blackberries are excellent examples. Regularly consuming these fruits supports collagen cross-linking, improves tendon resilience, and stabilizes joints. A simple daily protocol could look like this. Breakfast, half. An avocado sliced over whole grain toast midday snack. A handful of blackberries dessert, or afternoon snack. A few pomegranate seeds sprinkled on yogurt or oatmeal. Copper works synergistically with vitamin C and anthocyanins. While vitamin C accelerates collagen synthesis and anthocyanins reduce inflammation, copper ensures that the collagen fibers form a strong, interconnected network. Together, these nutrients form a triple-action team that supports structural integrity and overall mobility. Have you noticed how minor falls, slips, or even carrying groceries become harder with age? Weak connective tissue is a hidden contributor. By including copper-rich fruits in your daily routine, you are effectively strengthening your internal scaffolding, reducing the risk of injuries, and improving the stability of your hands, wrists, and legs. Here's a practical tip. Aim for variety. Different fruits offer slightly different forms of copper and complementary nutrients. Rotating between avocados, pomegranates, and blackberries maximizes absorption and ensures your collagen scaffolding is fully supported. And here's a small motivational exercise. When you eat these fruits, visualize the connective tissue in your hands and legs being reinforced, fiber by fiber. The act of mindful eating combined with nutrient-rich foods strengthens both your body and your neural pathways for healthy movement. If you're finding this useful, take a moment now to comment which copper-rich fruit you'll try first. This week. Engaging with your own nutrition choices reinforces habit formation and creates a sense of ownership over your health. Remember, the goal is long-term structural resilience. By prioritizing copper alongside vitamin C and anthocyanin intake, you're addressing collagen production, connective tissue strength, and nerve protection simultaneously, setting yourself up for stronger hands, stable legs, and improved mobility for years to come. Have you ever felt your joints ache after a long day in the sun, or noticed that your hands and legs seem more fatigued after activity? One of the hidden culprits accelerating connective tissue decline is oxidative stress, a biochemical process where free radicals damage cells, including collagen fibers that support your joints, tendons, and ligaments. Here's what the research shows. Polyphenols, abundant in fruits like grapes, apples, and plums, act as antioxidants that neutralize these harmful free radicals. A study in free radical biology and medicine found that diets rich in polyphenols reduced collagen degradation in connective tissue, and improved markers of joint health. Simply put, these compounds help preserve the scaffolding that keeps your hands strong and legs stable. Think of oxidative stress as tiny sparks inside your body that slowly burn away. The collagen fibers, holding your joints together. Polyphenols act like a fire extinguisher, quenching these sparks before they can cause structural damage. Without this protection, even strong collagen produced through vitamin C and copper can degrade prematurely. A practical approach is to include at least one polyphenol-rich fruit per day. For example, morning snack: a small apple with almond butter afternoon, a handful of red or black grapes evening. Sliced plums over Greek yogurt. Polyphenols don't work in isolation. When combined with vitamin C and anthocyanins, they create a protective network that both preserves existing collagen and supports new production. This synergy is why strategic fruit combinations are far more effective than relying on a single type of fruit. Have you noticed how some older adults seem more resilient to minor joint pain or nerve tingling? Polyphenols contribute to this resilience by protecting connective tissue and reducing low-grade inflammation. Even subtle improvements in oxidative stress management can have noticeable effects on mobility and comfort over time. Here's a practical habit to implement. Prepare a small polyphenol snack pack at the start of your week, mixing grapes, apple slices, and plum wedges. Not only does this ensure consistent intake, but the visual cue of a colorful fruit selection reinforces the habit and increases the likelihood of compliance. And here's a YouTube engagement tip. If this concept is resonating, comment below with which polyphenol-rich fruit you'll start eating daily. Sharing intentions increases accountability and helps you stay consistent, which is the single most important factor in long-term results. Finally, consider the bigger picture. By protecting your collagen from oxidative stress, you're not just addressing current joint discomfort or tingling hands. You're safeguarding the structural integrity of your body. It's promoting stable, strong legs, and supporting healthy nerve function, all essential for maintaining independence, mobility, and confidence after 60. Even small, consistent steps, like adding a few grapes to your morning routine or a plum after dinner, compound over weeks and months. You're literally reinforcing your body's internal scaffolding one meal at a time. Have you ever noticed your knees or fingers feel stiff when you wake up, or that small movements seem more effortful than they used to be? A major contributor to this stiffness is reduced joint lubrication, and one of the most underappreciated tools to support your joints is gelatin, a substance your body produces from collagen that keeps joints flexible and tendons resilient. Here's what the research shows. Certain fruits, especially citrus fruits and berries, stimulate the body's natural production of gelatin. Nutrients like vitamin C, flavonoids, and polyphenols that act as cofactors for collagen conversion into gelatin, which then helps lubricate joints and reduce friction. A study in clinical interventions in aging found that older adults who regularly consumed gelatin-boosting foods experienced measurable improvements in joint mobility and reported less morning stiffness. Think of your joints like well-oiled hinges. On a door, collagen provides the structure, but gelatin is the oil that keeps everything moving smoothly. Without it, joints creak, grind, feel weak, which can manifest as tingling hands or legs that feel shaky after standing or walking. By consuming gelatin-boosting fruits, you are literally increasing the oil that allows your joints to move efficiently. A practical approach is simple. Include 1 or 2 servings of gelatin-promoting fruits daily. For example, breakfast. Oranges or grapefruit alongside a protein source like Greek yogurt or eggs midday snack. A small bowl of strawberries or blueberries evening. Citrus segments with a sprinkle of nuts for healthy fats and better, pairing these fruits with a source of collagen, like bone broth or gelatin powder in smoothies, amplifies their effect. Research shows this combination can increase markers of joint lubrication and reduce discomfort over time. Have you noticed how small changes, it's like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, become more manageable when joints move smoothly? Exactly the effect you're aiming for. Consistently supporting gelatin production keeps your connective tissue supple, reduces strain on muscles, and improves balance, which directly combats weak legs and tingling in the hands. Here's a motivational tip. Approach this as a daily ritual, rather than a chore. Visualize each fruit serving as a lubricant for your joints, making movements easier and reducing discomfort. Over weeks, these small actions accumulate into tangible improvements in mobility and strength. And here's a subtle engagement cue. For this channel, comment below with your favorite gelatin-boosting fruit. Sharing your choice not only reinforces your habit, but also helps others discover new ways to support their joint health. Finally, remember this key point. Maintaining joint lubrication is not just about comfort. It's about preserving independence, strength, and confidence. By focusing on gelatin-boosting fruits, you are giving your body the tools it needs to stay mobile, strong, and resilient well into your 60s and beyond. Have you ever noticed that eating one superfruit alone doesn't always feel like it's making a big difference? That's because your body thrives on synergy, the interaction of multiple nutrients working together to amplify results. When it comes to collagen, connective tissue, and nerve health, certain fruit combinations can be far more effective than any single fruit on its own. Here's what the research shows. Combining vitamins-rich fruits like kiwis or oranges with copper-rich fruits such as pomegranates or avocados enhances collagen production more than consuming either alone. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry highlighted that synergistic nutrient pairings optimize enzymatic activity involved in collagen synthesis, cross-linking, and protection from oxidative stress. In other words, your body is like a high-performance engine. Feeding it complementary nutrients allows it to operate at peak efficiency. Let's make this tangible. Imagine your connective tissue as a construction site. Vitamin C is the builder, providing raw materials. Copper is the engineer, ensuring the structures are strong and interconnected. And polyphenols act as the protective coating that prevents wear and tear. When these nutrients arrive together, the construction is faster, more efficient, more durable. Practical protocols to harness synergy are straightforward: 1. Morning. A kiwi with a handful of pomegranate. Seeds 2. Midday snack. Strawberries. Paired with blackberries 3. Evening. Citrus slices with a few grapes, or plum wedges. Even better. Blending these fruits into a smoothie with a collagen or gelatin supplement can supercharge results. Studies show that this combination can improve joint flexibility, reduce tingling in the hands, and strengthen leg muscles over time. Have you noticed how habits stick better when they're simple and repeatable? Synergistic fruit combinations don't have to be complicated. A small, consistent mix at breakfast, lunch, or as a snack can set up your body for sustained collagen support, anti-inflammatory effects, and enhanced nerve function. Here's a motivational cue. Think of each combination as an investment in your structural health. Every serving reinforces your internal scaffolding, improves joint lubrication, and protects your nerves. Over weeks, these small, deliberate choices compound into meaningful improvements in strength, stability, and mobility. And a quick YouTube engagement tip. If you've tried pairing these fruits before or plan to, comment below. Sharing your experience helps create a supportive community and encourages others to take action. Finally, the bigger picture. Synergistic fruit combinations are about maximizing your body's natural repair mechanisms. They allow you to not just maintain mobility, but to reclaim strength, reduce discomfort, and move with confidence. After 60, this isn't just about longevity. It's about quality of life, independence, and the ability to continue engaging fully in every part of your day. By integrating these synergistic pairings into your daily routine, you're giving your body the ultimate toolkit to restore tingling hands, strengthen weak legs, and support connective tissue for years to come. As we wrap up today, take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. Tingling hands, weak legs, and stiff joints are not inevitable byproducts of aging. They are signals from your body, telling you that your connective tissue, collagen, and nerve function needs support. The good news is that nature, guided by science, offers remarkably effective tools to address these challenges. Specifically, collagen-rich fruits. We began with vitamin C powerhouses like oranges, kiwis, and strawberries. essential for collagen synthesis and nerve health. By incorporating these fruits into your meals, you're literally giving your body the raw materials to rebuild the scaffolding that keeps your hands strong and legs stable. Then, we explored anthocyanins, the natural anti-inflammatory pigments in blueberries, cherries, and blackberries. These compounds calm systemic inflammation, protect collagen fibers, reduce the nerve irritation that causes tingling. Next, we saw the often overlooked power of copper-rich fruits like pomegranates and avocados. Copper is the structural engineer of your collagen fibers, strengthening tendons, ligaments, and connective tissue so your joints can handle the demands of daily life. Polyphenol-rich fruits such as grapes, apples, and plums provide antioxidant protection, preserving collagen from oxidative damage and keeping your connective tissue resilient. We also learned about gelatin-boosting fruits, particularly citrus, and certain berries which support joint lubrication and improve mobility. These fruits ensure that your internal hinges stay smooth and flexible, reducing stiffness and discomfort. Finally, we discussed synergistic fruit combinations, showing that pairing vitamin C, copper, and polyphenol-rich fruits amplifies collagen production, reduces inflammation, strengthens nerves and muscles more efficiently than any single fruit alone. What's powerful here is not just the science, but the simplicity and accessibility of these tools. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. A kiwi with pomegranate seeds in the morning, a handful of berries at lunch, and citrus or grapes in the evening can set your body on a path to restored strength, improved mobility, and reduce tingling in your hands and legs. Here's the challenge. Pick one of these strategies today and make it actionable. Prepare a smoothie, a snack pack, or even a fruit salad using at least 2 of the recommended fruits. Notice how your hands and legs feel over the next few weeks. Track your progress. The key is consistency. Small, deliberate actions compound into meaningful changes over time. If you found this guide helpful, join our community by liking this video, commenting with the fruit you'll start with, and subscribing for more science-backed insights. Share your experiences. What works for one person can inspire another. Together, we can create a space where health, strength, and vitality after 60 are not just goals, but achievable realities. Remember, collagen-rich fruits are more than just healthy snacks. They are tools of empowerment. Every bite you take is an investment in your structural health, your independence, and your ability to move freely and confidently. Start today because your body is listening, and the scaffolding you build now will support every step, every grip, and every movement. In the years to come,